Hi, my name is Maddie Enders, and this is my Marketing 345 final project. So for this project, I wanted to do my Amazon storefront. I was already listed as an Amazon influencer, so it just felt like the right thing for me to do. Basically, an Amazon storefront is a dedicated space to showcase recommended products to their followers. Amazon influencers such as myself make commissions when products are bought through personal links or within the storefront. The commissions range from 1 to 10% depending on the product, and very successful Amazon influencers have been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars through the program. My specific storefront is mainly focusing on like fashion finds, beauty products, skincare, and occasionally home goods. So yeah, with that being said, the ultimate goal for my Amazon storefront was to maximize brand visibility, increase engagement, and ultimately drive sales. Some key steps in doing so were identifying the target audience, creating compelling content, utilizing multiple platforms, cross promotion, and pay attention to analytics. My target audience is mainly like young adults, typically female, from the ages roughly 15 to 28. Again, it's not limited to that, but that was just who I thought would mainly be interested in what I have to post and sell. So my content is colorful, upbeat, lighthearted, trendy, and sometimes funny, hopefully. So I used Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. My main source of analytic tracking was through likes, comments, and what each platform shares. Some show like how many impressions you made, how many people you reached. So basically whatever the app had to offer is what I was working with. So I didn't use anything like Hootsuite. Okay, so the first thing I did was create a Facebook. This is what mine looks like. There's a picture of me and then a cover photo with Amazon, just kind of like give you a little reference. My bio says follow for the best Amazon finds for beauty, fashion, etc. And here's like a little snippet into what my feed looks like. So Facebook is known for its lighthearted and upbeat content. So in order to capture this, I used like a lot of like memes and funny stuff. So everyone my age like loves the Kardashians. So that's something I wanted to use a lot of. It just felt easy and right. Um, my posts were a healthy mix of fun and funny content, but I still had to incorporate some buy my product posts. My main goal was to do like 75% funny, 25% buy my stuff. I feel like every day it kind of like shifted a little bit, but that was like mainly what I was going for. So an example of like a buy my stuff infographic would be my Charlotte Tilbury versus Elf Cosme I cannot talk, sorry. My Charlotte Tilbury versus Elf Cosmetics. Towards the beginning of the class, my content was much more like all over the place and didn't really have like a theme or like vibe to it. But towards the end, I feel like I was able to like pinpoint something and go with it. So here's what it looked like towards the beginning. It's not bad, it's just like a little bit all over the place. And then towards the end, you can see there's like a much more consistent theme. So here are some examples of what I was posting on Facebook. So here's like the infographic, which is like supposed to be buy my stuff. So I did like a little comparison between like Charlotte Tilbury and e.l.f. And all this stuff is on my Amazon storefront, so you can go pick. And then just to like stay engaging, I said, what's your choice? Like if you prefer like the original or like the dupe. Um, then I would do some like funny things. Like I said, I love the Kardashians, so I wanted to use them a lot. So I said like dreaming of the weekend, comment your plans. Again, like asking for engagement. So of course it's Kris Jenner. And then I did like a little meme about like the cute jeans. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but if not, it is funny. And then I attached like a link to the jeans that I have in my storefront. The next platform that we utilized was LinkedIn. The overall vibe of LinkedIn is very professional, career-oriented, and business-focused. I found it was very difficult for me to know what to post on LinkedIn because I didn't feel like this was going to be my most successful platform, because like I said, it is very professional. So my typical posts consisted of articles, blogs, infographics based on my promoted products. Like I said, the audience is more like professional based. I feel like my target audience was aimed for like the younger side of this, so people like entering the adult world or adult professional world. While my target is most likely on LinkedIn, I don't believe they're necessarily here to shop, so that was like a little bit more difficult for me. So here's some examples of what I posted on my LinkedIn. So like I said, I tried to make it a little bit more professional. So I did some stuff like workday essentials, some articles about workplace attire, and then some options for some like business casual shoes. Um, Next we did Twitter. So Twitter is very fast-paced, diverse, and conversational. I believe that GIFs, humorous content, and pop culture references do very well on Twitter, and I feel like most of my posts that I did something about that like got the most views. I will say I struggled across most of my platforms to get a lot of likes, shares, and comments, but I feel like if I had more time that this maybe would have been different. Also since I was like starting from scratch on all of these things, it was very difficult. So Twitter is considered an important platform for me because my target audience uses Twitter somewhat regularly. I did face some challenges where I was suspended because of possible identity fraud, and this happened to me on like multiple platforms. I think it's because I already have accounts like personally, so using my email or my number just caused some like red flags. Additionally, I wasn't using like my full name or anything, so I think that made it look like suspicious upon first glance, but I was able to get my Twitter back. So yeah, my most like posts were GIFs, pop culture references. I think the one I posted about like the Super Bowl saying like go Chiefs or something got like a lot of interactions. So then also I introduced the use of hashtags, which is something I started using across all my platforms. So here's some examples of what I posted on Twitter. So I have like a little Valentine's Day meme, of course, for the Kardashians, and I did like hashtag relatable, hashtag mood, just popular hashtags on the app. Then I did another one, said happy Friday, hashtag let's weekend. And then I did one of my like buy my product infographics. And I liked using like one hashtags and two emojis because I feel like it just made it more like fun and interactive. Okay, so next we went to Instagram. Um, so my at was Amazon Storefront by Maddie. Instagram is a very popular platform for my target audience. About 43% of Americans from the age 18 to 29 have Instagram accounts. Instagram is identified as the most popular social media for young adults. It is very visually driven, so aesthetic pages do a lot better on this app. So with that being said, I definitely wanted to make my page aesthetic, did a lot of like colorful infographics and some trendy content. However, I did have like some very severe issues with my Instagram account being deleted. I had an account originally and it got suspended for fraud and then permanently deleted after that. So I made a new one to see if I could like stay up and it got deleted for the same thing. Like I said, I think it's just because I already have an Instagram account, so my number, it was just like weird having another account on that number that didn't really have like a name attached to it. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So this hindered me from gaining the traction that I needed on social media, considering I considered my two most important platforms were Twitter and Instagram. So I wasn't able to attach like specific examples of what I posted for my Instagram because I don't have access to that anymore. So I did a screenshot of what I had previously. So yeah, as you can see, it follows like a general theme. And I liked to like post around like certain events that were happening. So like Valentine's Day, I kind of made like that whole day about Valentine's Day. And I feel like that did gain a lot of traction. Next I did YouTube, and my target audience is definitely on YouTube and it's used for entertainment purposes. Studies find that 70% of young adults use YouTube at least once per week, so that's a pretty decent amount. My goal for YouTube was to showcase my favorite Amazon products in a fun and entertaining way. This consisted of posts doing like product reviews, unboxings, get ready with me's, just like fun things like that. My biggest issue was that I feel like making videos is very hard and very time consuming. So I just feel like I didn't have like enough time in the day to do like actual like high quality videos, considering that I did have other classes and like other posts I needed to make. So here are some examples that I did. I did like a Good Molecules review, a Stanley review, a kitchen tour of all like my Amazon products, and then I would just like simply like mention, oh, these products are on my Amazon storefront or link it, whatever works. So lastly, I used Pinterest. Pinterest is used for inspirational purposes and is very visually driven. My main focus was to make my page aesthetically pleasing, so kind of similar to Instagram. I did so by using bright colors and keeping an upbeat presence, using like inspirational quotes and stuff like that. Pinterest additionally has predominantly female users, which aligns with my target audience pretty well. I was only able to post for 1 week consecutively on Pinterest, so I feel like if I had time to continue on that page, it would have done a lot better, but however, that was not the circumstance. One setback I faced was that I am not very experienced with this platform at all. I've never really used it only like briefly to look up like recipes or like stuff like that, but I've never posted on it, so that was kind of challenging. Here are some examples of what I posted. So as you can see, I tried to keep like a common theme. So I had like pinks here. I did like a little one about my favorite perfumes you can find on Amazon, some Lululemon dupes, and then again an inspirational quote. So one thing that was like very effective in me being successful was using reverse engineering. By definition, it's the act of analyzing an existing marketing strategy and recreating it as a duplicate or similar system. So some companies that I really wanted to base my marketing off of were Princess Polly, Addicted, Aloe, Skims. Again, that's not limited to these companies, but these are some of my favorites. And the one that I definitely copied the most from, or not copied or but was inspired by, was Princess Polly. I think that they do a very well job at staying on top of trends and pop culture references, which boosts a lot of engagement for this specified demographic. So here's like a little side by side of what Princess Polly posted. They had like a Pisces mood and used like all celebrities that people know and love. So then I tried to recreate the same thing with like a Capricorn mood because star signs also do very well. So I did use quite a few of those in my posting. But yeah, then I used Kendall Jenner, so a very well-known celebrity. So my goals were to build brand recognition, increase followers, subscribers, like counts, shares, etc., increase sales, create brand awareness, and build a unified front across all platforms. I don't want to say I was like the most successful in reaching these goals, but I do feel like I learned a lot from the this project. I wasn't able to like increase my sales really at all, but I feel like if I stay with it, that is something that I can do. And again, just like building a social media presence for this. So the tone of my posts were meant to be like playful and conversational. Some ways of doing this consisted of using emojis and formal language, captions that use fun punctuation, utilizing humor, and asking questions for engagement. So here are some examples of that. So I did like a little let's talk Grammys. Who is your favorite look? Mine was SZA. So just trying to get people to like answer. I know nobody answered these, but that's what I was trying to get from them. So yeah, like which one are you? Which Pisces are you? And like Thursday reminder using like a cute little emoji. So I'm about to list my 3 most engaged with posts. All of them are on YouTube. So my first one was my Stanley review. I had 453 views, 15 likes, and 9 comments. I believe that this did get a lot of views just because I had like the Stanley in my caption because Stanleys are really popular right now. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of why it did well. It's also like a very like lighthearted video. Like I had my friend in it with me and we were kind of just like joking around. My second highest engaged post was my Get Ready With Me on YouTube. It has 117 views, 5 likes. Get Ready With Me are really popular on YouTube right now, so I feel like by putting that in the caption as well, it just was able to get me some views. This was my third one. It had 71 views. It didn't have any likes, but it has more views than most of my other things do on any of my other accounts, so I will take it at this point. And I think that it was just like visually appealing because I had like um I used like a green screen and had like things behind me, so it looked kind of exciting. I also was talking about Valentine's Day, so I feel like that probably gained some traction around that day. So with that being said, my most successful channel was definitely my YouTube. I was able to gain 15 new subscribers, which I know is not a lot, but I really did not get any followers on my other accounts, maybe 1 or 2 at most. So that was kind of a lot for this situation. And almost every single video I had at least a handful of views versus my Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, where some posts had literally 0 views or interactions. So again, not the best, but it was something. As far as analytics go, like I said, I didn't use any applications like Hootsuite or anything. Down the road, that is something I would like to implement, but for the time being, I felt like what the apps were giving me was enough in this situation. So I tracked the analytics just like based on what people were giving me. So like Facebook, I figured out I had 4 likes and 3 comments total. LinkedIn, roughly 10 impressions per post. Instagram couldn't get anything because I was deleted, couldn't look at that. Twitter, I had usually like 8 views per post and 1 like occasionally, just depended. Um, and then Pinterest, I had 92 monthly views, and like I said, I had 15 subscribers on YouTube. So my takeaways are overall, I believe that my engagement on all platforms could have been a lot higher. In order to achieve that, I should have cross-promoted, maybe like linked my other accounts in the bios to help promote each other. Also, I feel like if I had more time, I could have created better, like, engaging content. So going forward, when I have free time, I will be able to do that, but not given these circumstances. But I will say, like, I do think my content was, like, pretty good. Um, Also one thing that I really think would have helped is using a TikTok. I feel like that's a super popular platform, especially for Amazon storefronts. So in the future, that's definitely something I would like to look into and invest in. Yeah, so that's basically it for me today. So thank you all for watching.